what is the movement of atoms? What causes it? Well, the movement of atoms is caused by the heat that is added to a substance, which causes the molecules in an atom to vibrate faster.
Atoms vibrate faster. The spacing between the atoms increase. The spacing between the particles determines the state of matter, whether it's a solid, liquid, or gas.
There are three different states of matter: solid, liquid, and gas, and they all have different properties. This specifically means that their volume and shape can either be definite or variable. Definite means it cannot change, and variable means it can.
Solids have a definite shape and a definite volume. This means they have the same shape and occupy the same space no matter what they get placed in. However, a solid's shape won't change unless external force is applied to it. Liquids have a variable shape but a definite volume. This means they can change their shape to fit different areas like this glass, but they will still occupy the same amount of space that the water had before.
Lastly, gases have a variable volume and a variable shape. This means they will change their shape and the space they will take up to fill an area. Gases expand and they move to larger areas and shrink when they move to smaller areas. Because of this, they can be expandable or compressible.
The particles in a solid are always in a low energy state, which means they don't have enough energy to fight the strong attractions between them. Therefore, the bonds between the particles are very strong.
Because of this bond, solids have a little space between the other particles. Those bonds cannot change even if external force is applied. Therefore, solids have definite volume. A solid shape can only change if there is an external force applied. Therefore, they also have a definite shape.
The particles in a liquid are always in a medium energy state, therefore have medium strength bonds. This means they have some energy to fight the attractions between them, which means they are close together, making it a definite volume, but have random arrangements, making it have a variable shape. This allows liquid particles to move around.
The particles in a gas are always in a high energy state. Therefore, they have lots of energy to fight the attractions between them. This is why gas can move so freely. Because of this, gas particles move far from each other and move past each other. Since they are so spread apart, gas has a variable shape and as gas can go into any container and also has a variable volume as it is able to shrink and expand depending on the amount of space the container has. Here is a visual display of what the particles of condensation, evaporation, and solidification look like and how they change from each of the three states.
Let's start off with solids changing their state to liquid. Solids change their state to liquid by melting. They start off by shaking in one spot. While more and more heat gets added to the solid, they start shaking a little faster. Then one by one they start walking slowly around each other, with a small amount of space between them. This means they have now become liquids.
Now that the solids have melted, they have become a liquid. Next, the liquid will change into a gas. It will do this by evaporating. When evaporating, the liquid gets heat transmitted to it, and when enough heat is transmitted, you can see beginning from the upper layer that vapor clouds are starting to form above the liquid. When this is happening, one by one, the particles will begin to move a lot faster as they have gained more energy. Now that the liquid has evaporated to gas, the gas will now change back into a liquid state. It will do this by condensating. This phase occurs when gases cool down, and the particles in the gas lose energy and turn into liquid. The molecules in the gas will now one by one slowly slow down and turn into water by walking around each other and containing a medium energy again. Lastly, we have solidification. Solidification is the process of when a liquid becomes a solid. Generally, this occurs when the temperature of a liquid is lowered below its freezing point. Here, the atoms will begin to slow down even more until they are from back how they started, by shaking in one spot close together. Thank you for watching our video. We hope we helped you and we'll see you in our next video.